We're GPE.
Oh, yeah. Okay, cool.
Welcome to our live stream, everyone.
Oh.
Scurvy Lizard, shout out to you for watching us. I bet that's a really cool individual.
Who? This person right here.
Shout out our fan base.
Okay, well, welcome to GPE's Week of Giving live stream. My name is Monique.
I'm Sam.
I'm Ori.
And we are so excited to have all three of you watching right now.
We're expecting more people, so...
One of the three people might be us.
We're expecting more people in the live stream and to watch this.
Yeah.
I just told my parents, so hopefully they'll be on. Yeah.
So share this link with your friends and encourage them to watch with us as we go live.
So what is this GPE Week of Giving, Monique?
Well, it's a campaign to raise support and funds for Global Peace Exchange, and we are going to have postings throughout the entire week showcasing what GPE is all about and our different projects. So tune into our Facebook page. We'll have posts from our project volunteers and things like that throughout the week. It's really just a time to showcase what GPE is all about, and this year is our 10-year anniversary, so it's a little extra special for us as well.
Extra special. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Are you going on a project?
Yes, I am. Okay, so I'm going on the Cambodia project, and they will be going on the Nepal project. So we're all really excited.
And viewers like you make it possible.
Exactly.
If you support.
If you support. Yeah, so our link for this week is globalpeaceexchange.org, which is just our website, /give. So yeah, check it out. There's a lot of cool information. Our goal for the week is $7,500, and this will help support our summer projects for this year. And yeah, does anyone have any questions? I guess we can take questions. Open the floor for questions. Thanks to the additional people that are not watching.
Does he have a question?
No, he looks pretty silent apparently.
Well, I just wanna.
Does anyone want to share some?
Ori, so you're going on the Nepal project?
Yes, I will be going to the Nepal project.
And why were you interested in going to Nepal this summer?
Well, I've always been interested in community service. I've done, when I was in high school, I used to participate in a lot of community service groups, and I decided that I also like traveling a lot, even though I'm not very, knowledgeable about like international experience. So I decided to do something like very out of my comfort zone, and I really like GPE, and I've been here for 2 years, and next year I'm going to be also participating in GPE, so it's a good experience. I have never been in a project, and I've grown as a person a lot, so this is definitely an opportunity for you to grow as an individual and as a leader. Yeah.
Oh, whoa. What will you be doing in Nepal?
Well, some of the things that we'll be doing, the Nepal project is very like well-rounded, I will say.
Yeah.
We have a lot of aspects that we focus on, but in my opinion, the most important ones are education, youth empowerment, and environmental sustainability. I don't know, do you want to talk more about it, Sam?
Sure.
Yeah, Sam here is our project director, so she's very well versed on the Nepal project.
Yeah, let's hope so. So like Ori said, it's well-rounded. So we'll be working with kids most of the time. So adolescents ranging probably from like 5th grade to 9th grade levels. And we'll be working with a scout troop over there, similar to Boy Scouts and Girl Scouts here. except it's mixed. And that's where youth empowerment really becomes involved. We're going to be trying to empower them, at the same time educating them by teaching them English skills, leadership skills, communication skills, things like that. And we'll also be teaching English to adult community members, so that's really how it's more well-rounded, because we're not working with just kids solely, we're working with adults as well, mainly women in the community. So that will be super awesome too. And then Lori also mentioned environmental sustainability. So in Nepal, like other developing nations, littering can be a really huge problem. So littering in Nepal, where we will be, is a problem as well. So every Saturday we will be going out with Scout members and picking up trash in the community, trying to model for other members. And we'll also be donating reusable bags so people can reduce on their plastic use, or littering plastic. And we'll be donating dustbins so that people no longer burn trash inside their houses, which has a lot of health risk. And they can burn trash outside of their houses instead. So yeah, that was a pretty in-depth sort of description. Hope it answered your question.
Thank you,
Yeah,
listener.
thank you.
Yeah, I just want to give a shout out to my mom. Mom, I love you. Mami, te amo. She's looking.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, so we can continue.
Lots of love in GPE.
That's true.
GPE love.
Yeah, in case you guys cannot do a donation, it's completely understandable. But at least
Wow, shout out to our 7 people
7
watching
viewers.
right now.
That's like a total 100% increase from 1 minute ago.
But okay, so even if you guys can make a financial donation, you guys can donate your Facebook status,
or donate a tweet, or donate an Instagram picture.
So I'm sure my mom will share this link to her Facebook and expand our
outreach.
exactly.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh no. My mom just asked when I'm going to be talking. Well, she missed out. So maybe she'll come on.
Yeah.
So also share the link with your family members, your friends. That can also be a way to support as well. Yeah.
You guys can also, like I said,
If you have questions, there's
Yeah,
a little
if you have
chat bar.
questions,
Yeah.
You can see all your questions.
Yeah, you can ask us questions in the chat box.
I did.
Oh,
I did.
thanks.
Good. Thank
Good
you.
job. Good job.
Do they have to like create a username or something like that, or just
I don't
comment?
know. But that's okay. If you can also tweet at us. Our Twitter is GP_FSU. You can also tweet at us and we'll see that as well. So, or you can also comment on our Facebook posts or things like that. We'll also see that. So.
So Monique, what's your role in GPE right now?
Well, I currently serve as the Public Relations Director along with Oriana.
You guys are awesome.
And thanks. So we do the public relations, social media, just really all forms of media. And so we kind of put together this social media focused campaign. In addition to other kind of promotions that we do throughout the year. So that's been our job this past year. And then next year I'll be serving as the Cambodia project director myself. And Oriana will be a co-director.
Yes.
And
Of GPE.
Of GPE,
Yeah.
which is a big deal.
So if you guys really like
We're
this
both really
idea,
excited.
we'll definitely do it next semester.
Yeah.
During the fall semester. My mom just texted me, I love you too.
Aww. Oh, okay. I don't know if Camilla or Joey are watching right now, but
Are they?
I don't know. Make yourself known.
Yeah, don't hide.
Yeah.
You want to share about yourself? Why you like GPE?
Yeah, Mom. If you wanna comment questions, you can.
Take questions.
We're here to answer questions. Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so I guess we can talk about some other things that we do. So this year we have 4 projects. During the summertime we have the Cambodia project, which I'm going on, the Nepal project, which they're going on, as well as the Rwanda and Ghana projects. And those are the 4 projects that were selected for this year. They're also the same ones that we had last year as well, but there is an opportunity for new projects to be selected at the beginning of the year. They all go through a selection process. So these are just the 4 projects that GPE picked for 2016. And in the past, we've had other projects. They change all the time. I know a couple years ago we had a Uganda project, Moldova project. I think we've also had projects in Thailand, Guatemala, lots of other cool places. So these are just what we're currently working on.
So if you know any FSU students who are interested in international development and would love to propose or like to propose a project, tell them about GPE.
Yeah, it's a
great
really awesome opportunity. Yeah.
We got a question on Facebook right now, and it says, "Are you guys doing anything to help out with the environmental disaster that happened last year?" So I'm guessing that's referring to the Nepal project. Would you like to answer that?
Sure.
Okay.
So our project takes place in a small rural town called Mogoli, and Mogoli was not directly affected by the earthquake in April of 2015, meaning like there's no like physical damage, but they were kind of indirectly affected. I mentioned that the community members that will be at our English lessons are mainly women, and that is because a lot of the men in the community are actually working in bigger cities or even out of the country. So like Kathmandu is really a center for employment, and so that is where a lot of the damage was done during the earthquake. So those jobs have definitely been affected. A lot of people lost their jobs because of the earthquake. So we will be working with family members who are affected indirectly in those ways. In terms of actually financial assistance or working on rebuilding things because of the earthquake, we're trying to fundraise as much as we can, and any additional funds that exceed our budget, we have already discussed we want to go towards earthquake relief, but we have not met our goals yet. So fundraising, this is a great opportunity for people to donate to help us reach our goals, so we can even be more effective outside of the area where we will be working in. So that's my answer.
No, good answer. Yeah, we got another question on YouTube. How did you find out about GPE? I personally found out about GPE at the involvement fair. GPE had a table set up my freshman year, and I talked to one of the co-directors from last year, Denver Governor, and she was just so enthusiastic about the organization when she was trying to explain what it is and what it does. And so I went to a meeting after that, and it kind of just went on from there. I know some other people have talked to other co-directors, or they were friends with people who were really involved and kind of communicated what GPE meant for them as part of their college experience. So I think a lot of people hear about GPE just through word of mouth.
Well, was mine word of mouth? No. So Monique is much more outgoing in some ways than I am. My freshman year, I did not go to an involvement fair. I wish I would have to learn about GPE sooner. I'm super jealous because I didn't join until my junior year of college. And that was only because someone came to one of my classes to present on GPE. They presented a whole entire presentation. It was actually one of the former directors of the Nepal project, which I am now the director of. So she presented, and I just was so inspired, and so I felt like such a connection. And then when I went to one of the Nepal interest meetings before volunteers were picked, I felt just so at home, and like this was the perfect organization to learn more about what I want to do and things like that. So that's how I heard about it. What about you, Lori? How did you hear about it?
Well, I during my freshman year orientation during the summer, I was looking through. I really wanted to get involved into something because I always been involved in like community service things. So I pretty much joined. Not joined. When I went to orientation, they gave me a pamphlet with like all the organizations that FSU has. So I went online to North Central and I started like looking through them, and I saw a few that I was really interested of, like the yoga club and other things. And the first time I came to a meeting in here, I completely fell in love with this organization, so I stayed. So there's someone coming.
Someone else is gonna join us on the couch.
Do you guys want to scoot over a little bit?
This one.
Here, Joey, you can sit here.
Welcome, Joey.
We'd like to welcome
Surprise, it's me.
Joey to this panel.
Wait, I have someone who asked a question on how to ask a question. So, do we know how people can ask questions on here?
People have asked me, Scurvy Lizard, if you could tell us.
Okay.
How do I become? Ooh, these are tough questions.
You want to answer that one, Joey? Or do you want to introduce yourself first?
Transfer student.
Okay, this is delayed. Just.
Are you an FSU student?
No, this person is, but they're wondering for other people probably, if I had to guess. Oh wait, no, I don't know that person. This is someone new. As a transfer student.
Well, this is Joey. This is the current project. GPE director. Other directors, senior, media, economics, and something else. In the project right one last year, Africa. And something else that you would like to add to?
Thanks for the introduction.
Ori.
I'll be going to graduate school in Scotland for finance and economic development. I'll be going to China this summer to learn the language.
What made you decide that you were interested in economic development?
So I joined GPE because one of my friends was directors from back home. There weren't a lot of members at the time, and I became the senior finance. I got on the Rwanda project because they did business development, and that was something I was interested in economics. So I basically did the Rwanda project to see if that's the career path I want to do in life. Smallest development.
Well, just continue.
Okay. We're gonna pause for a minute. I'm gonna try to fix this. Thanks for letting us know.
Oh no.
Okay, hang on. We're gonna pause this.
Do we have the stream somewhere else?
Well, they just said that there's an out. Hang on. Pause for a minute.
Okay.
Okay, can you guys hear us?
Can you hear us?
Delayed.
Is it still delayed? Anybody know? Okay.
Sounds good.
Hello? Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Do you have a question?
Can you guys hear us?
But we already answered that question.
Wait.
Still delayed?
You answered.
Okay.
Did we already answer our question about how you get involved as a transfer student?
No, we already answered that one.
Okay. MDA, MD, MADA.
Okay, woo! We're back on. Okay, cool.
As long as you're an FSU student, you can join Global Peace Exchange.
Yeah, I know Daniel was a transfer student.
I didn't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you make sure your first semester, just get involved and just go to the meetings. That's like the only way to get involved, go to the meetings.
Find us on Facebook. We post about every meeting there.
Mm-hmm.
Global Peace Exchange.
We have tabling.
Exchange.
We have tabling the fall semester on Micro Wednesday and a bunch of other things, and literally just attend and attend, and that's how you join. You also have to pay $15, I believe.
Yeah, but you don't have to pay if you do a certain amount of if you have a certain amount of involvement in the club. Like if you table and stuff enough, you don't have to pay the $15, but
Right.
usually everybody pays the $15.
Could that help us out?
Yeah. Thank you for asking that. That's a very
Great question.
If you're here at the beginning of the semester, we are for sure going to be at the involvement fair, which is the big kind of, I guess, push at the beginning of the year to just learn about different organizations at FSU. So we always table there. You can always find us tabling around campus as well. We do a lot of Market Wednesday tabling, tabling in front of Landis, things like that. But you can also just like our Facebook page and come to a meeting and learn more there. You can also join our mailing list as well. If you go on our website, you can join our mailing list, and we'll send you updates about our meetings there as well. So lots of ways to get involved.
So we have a question about Nepal.
Yeah. You guys want to answer that?
Hey, just found out the stream. I shared on Facebook as well. I had a question. I'm not sure if it has been asked. Does the Nepal project plans on doing anything to try to help out the earthquake from last year? We already.
Yeah, so I don't know if this user was here when we answered the question. I did give an in-depth answer, but I will try to give a short version. It probably won't end up short. Okay, so where we are doing our project is in Mogoli, which is a small rural town in Nepal, and Mogoli was not directly affected by the earthquake, meaning that they did not ensue any physical damage because of it. There were no fatalities in Mogoli. However, they were indirectly affected. So one of the things that we'll be doing when we're in Nepal is teaching community English, and mostly women show up to community English, and that is because a lot of the men are working in larger cities, larger epicenters, or even in other countries. And one of the largest epicenters for for employment is Kathmandu, which was severely affected by the earthquake. So a lot of people lost jobs because of physical damage in Kathmandu. Also, tourism was greatly affected in Kathmandu, so a lot of people's livelihoods are based on tourism. So while we're not directly doing anything in terms of earthquake relief, we are still working with people who were affected by earthquake relief. Yeah, that's about it on that.
Sounds good, Sam.
Thanks. I have a question. Someone sent me a question. The question is, how much funding are you still in need of? So, how much funding are we still in need of, Joey? GPE overall for this year?
Well, okay, so
Or
the
Nepal
fundraiser that we have set up for this week, we have a goal set of $7,500. And with this, we will disperse this towards our 4 summer projects for this year. And we also will use this money to support future GPE projects in future years. if you want to give a more elaborate answer.
Yeah, but more in depth. Each project still was allocated about $1,500 more than they're getting now, so about $6,000 in total for the projects, and then an extra $1,500 just to have more ample fundraising for next year.
Yeah.
So 6,000 to disperse to
Among the 4 projects.
among 4. So that would mean if we reached our fundraising goal, each project would get, let me see,
$4,000.
Wait, 1.5, because you said 6,000.
Yeah, each project would get an extra $1,500 because
Okay, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
each
so
project would get about-
1,500, which I know in Nepal's case would help tremendously.
Yeah.
There's a lot of other projects that we would love to do if we had more funding, and we're actually having to cut back on projects because some of our funding this year was decreased. But the more support in terms of financial means, the better. Great question.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Any other questions or comments? You can also tweet at us as well, and we will take questions there. I guess, Joe, if you want to talk about your experience last summer in Rwanda, you can do that as
what was
well.
previously said.
I mean, we kind of just shared a little bit about our personal
primitive.
experiences, so if you
What
want
was your favorite experience in Rwanda? Favorite memory?
to... Not the most
Not the most
the
memorable.
most memorable moment.
I already told Monique this, it was always in a video, but every morning we would wake up and we would have to go down to the street and haggle for a motorcycle taxi. Each person got a different one. We only rode on like 2 or 3 people in a motorcycle like out in the country, but in the city you have to ride 2 people on a motorcycle, like the driver and then yourself. So we'd haggle for that, and then we would get on the motorcycle and go down these streets very fast. I mean, the streets were good though. They had recently been built by the Chinese because the Chinese are heavily investing in Africa right now, in sub-Saharan Africa specifically. And we would wind along the hills of Kigali because it's basically like in this mountainous region in the middle of Rwanda. And then all of a sudden we'd all stop because we get to this giant glut of traffic of everybody trying to get into downtown. But the motorcycle taxis are so small, they just like kind of go inch by inch. And there was this one time that we almost got hit, and one of the other volunteers actually got hit in the back of the motorcycle, but he was fine. It was like a light tap. It was just scary. And then we get into the city and we'd go all the way up the hill because the glut was at the bottom of the hill, and then you go up the hill, and then we get to work. And sometimes we'd all end up at different places somehow. I don't know how, but sometimes a motorcycle taxi wouldn't understand us. You would speak like a mixture of French and Kinyarwanda and English, and sometimes they didn't understand you properly, so you get dropped off at a location that's close to where you wanted to be, but not the exact location.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I know. In Cambodia, for our project, the town that we're staying in is not the same location of where the school that we actually volunteered every day is. So we have a 45-minute bike ride back and forth each way every single day to go to the school that we volunteer at. The NGO that we work with, Children with Hope for Development, they're currently in the process of making a guest house so that volunteers don't have to make this this bike ride every day. But for the summer, it won't be ready yet, so I will be looking forward to that ride. I've heard it's a great way to
Work the quads
to work out. I know some people, when they came home, their parents were surprised by how in shape they were. The past volunteers last year, so I remember some stories about that. But it's very interesting, I guess, different transportation methods, different from the United States. So.
Joey, we got a question.
Yeah, we have a
for you.
question.
What's the incentive for Chinese investment in Africa?
Natural resources. So by investing in the infrastructure of one of these sub-Saharan African nations, it basically gives the Chinese a better route to get natural resources out, while at the same time it kind of is like it makes the people happy with like the Chinese development. So sometimes when other nations come into a poor nation and just kind of take advantage of the situation there economically, the people are not very happy and will actually end up destroying like mining equipment or like other things like that. So by providing infrastructure development, it makes it relatively peaceful. It gives the people more jobs there. Also, just because they're also trying to extract these resources, but at the same time, it like provides for other businesses that just want to use the road networks or the railroad networks or electricity. So it makes the people happy, but the Chinese also get a safe passage out for their resources that they've already invested in.
Interesting.
Wow, that goes into that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Great question. Yeah. Some very intelligently curious people on this live stream.
Yeah, so if you're just now tuning in, just to recap, this is a live stream for GPE's Week of Giving. We're in our second hour now. So this is, today's the kickoff for this entire week of our campaign. And each day following this, we'll be featuring a different project on our social media. So tomorrow will be the Cambodia project. The following day will be the Nepal project. Then is the Rwanda project, and then rounding out the Ghana project. So if you follow us on our Facebook page, tune in to the posts every day. You'll get some spotlights and behind the scenes, kind of what goes into these projects that we do every year, just what makes GPE as a whole. It's definitely an interesting experience. So you'll get to kind of see what we do as an organization. And this campaign is trying to fundraise for our summer projects this year, and just support GPE as an organization as a whole. So if you are interested in making a contribution, please visit globalpeaceexchange.org /give. That gives all the details of this week's campaign, and you can stay updated there as well. So.
We just got a question. Well, it's not a comment saying that the echo is back.
Okay, we're gonna pause for just a minute. Sorry, I'm not sure why this keeps happening. Bathroom? Yeah, that's fine. If you guys want to talk.
Thank you. This is such a cute cup.
Okay, it should be. Yeah.
Is the video on?
Yeah, it just says. Oh, shoot. Wait.
Okay, so Joey has a few more minutes with us, so if you want to share one last testimonial about why, why do you take out this organization, and also why we should donate to GPE?
Let's see. Well, by donating to GPE, you're not only helping the volunteers get there, but also you're helping them gain a better experience internationally, but also at the same time helping the people in these underprivileged communities. Either through English teaching, small business development to be able to have access to loans, math skills, health, like just better health. For an example, in Nepal, they build trash bins outside the home instead of inside the home, so people won't burn their trash inside the home and get it in their lungs. Instead, they put it outside the home and burn it there. So you're really helping a lot of people all at the same time by donating.
Yeah, or you can also donate your posts, your Facebook post, your Twitter post, your Instagram post, any type of social media post, your Snapchat, and that will also help reach out more people. So
Snapchat.
those are the initiatives that we're trying to accomplish through this live stream right now. So that was an awesome response, Joey.
Thank you, Ryan.
Thank you. Thank you, actually.
Hold on. Someone said Echo was back at 704, but that could have been just a little bit. But that could have been what we just was on. Is it still happening?
Is it good now?
Who can
No,
say
no
it?
respond.
Scurvy Lister, you want to respond since you've been very involved in this live stream and it's really nice.
Okay, no, it's went away. Thank you.
Awesome.
All clear. Questions. So what do you eat there?
Eat where?
Like in your projects. Like, well, what would you? Because I know your project is unique, and you can explain that. But what would you do with culturally? You typically eat versus
What would you like go grocery shopping for?
What you typically eat in Rwanda is matoke, which is like crushed up plantains with seasoning, but they also do fried plantains.
So is it boiled plantains, the matoke?
Yeah, it's it's boiled and crushed up.
Okay.
Yeah, and then they do fried plantains, but also beef is a huge factor in their life. The beef is the beef there is actually less expensive than chicken because chicken is relatively new. It was brought in by the Europeans. You always had beef though, so beef is a huge part of their culture. In fact, there's still a custom that you have to give a dowry, and a dowry is either a cow or the equal amount of cash for a cow.
Oh wow.
Let's see, what else would you eat? I just remember the matoke, really. Potatoes a lot. Potatoes, they love French fries.
How would they eat beef? Would they?
Goat too. Beef? Just like how we eat beef.
Like hamburgers?
Yeah, there's a lot of hamburgers. There's sandwiches. Like what do you think is a sandwich? Like a baguette with slice with cheese, meat on it, usually roast beef. The goat was also they would have goat kebabs.
Ooh.
Oh, okay. We have a. Are you guys thinking of cholera, other diseases, and what about eating certain foods or drinks?
Yes. We definitely taking lots of precautions. So this is an amazing project for students because like throughout the year we really push. I will say we make it mandatory to take malaria pills, things like that to take as much precautions as possible.
Yeah.
So for the Nepal project that me and Sam will be going, we're taking malaria pills the whole time, and also vaccination for typhoid and all of the main diseases.
Yeah, and as far as water goes, in Nepal and I think other probably the other products. That's a huge caution. So usually you have to boil your water or sanitize it some way. So in Nepal we'll mainly be drinking water. We might be taking like what are those called? Iodine pills. Yeah, that you can treat your water, and also perhaps like a steri pen, which is a water treatment too. It uses UV light to kill bacteria. Yeah.
That's fancy.
It's pretty fancy. We're pretty cool. So you have to be really super careful on the kind of vegetables and fruits you eat, especially. Things like tomatoes. The echoes back again. Pause.
I think we just have
Lettuce, things like that. We don't think before you eat. So bananas are good. I don't. They have bananas.
Alright. Well, I gotta go. It was nice to see all of you.
Yeah, thank you, Joey.
Bye.
So great.
Thank you. So maybe we should try speaking a little slower.
Maybe better and maybe slow.
Bye.
Bye, Joey. Thank you. Is the echo still going on? Yes. No. Just no.
It might be hard on the echo is going.
I'm back. Sorry. Background music.
Yay!
Woo, we're back.
We're back.
Hopefully
Okay.
it's not echoing.
I'm sorry that it's echoing. I don't really know how to fix this. This is our first time doing a live stream, so we're trying to work out all the kinks of how this works. So, but thank you guys for bearing with us.
Yeah, you guys are awesome. Especially the people who ask questions, and they're very interesting questions. Yeah, so now we're gonna do a special little thing, and we're gonna play Cambodian and Nepalese songs for you guys, so you guys can get a little grasp of the culture. Yeah.
Thanks.
I'm trying to look up. Oh, this is a pop song. You got yours?
I don't have it up yet.
Let me see if I can play this.
Yeah, if anyone else has questions, feel free to ask us.
So Nepal's New Year just happened a little bit ago. It was on the 9th. It was April 9th, and it's huge. And there's this song called New Nepali Pop Song 2014 Happy New Year. Oh, I think that's just someone saying Happy New Year.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm gonna play it. Hopefully, I doubt it's explicit or anything. Oh, but wait, the one below that. We'll see. I'll censor it. Nepal is a very conservative culture.
Yeah.
So if it is explicit, then it's not true Nepali music. Happy New Year to all. Okay.
Oh.
Woo!
I don't know if this is real Nepal music.
Oh my god!
Oh wait.
It's definitely a mix of Western
Yeah.
influences, I would say. Can you guys see this?
Are you guys jamming with us? Because
Oh,
If you guys are wondering, the video is just a bunch of fireworks and a guy
because it's New Year.
kind of looking. He kind of looks like a rapper. Kind of.
So when I was in Nepal, I asked them what kind of music they have, and it's very similar to like indie music. Not like this, but this guy also mentioned that there is pop music, but he said it was terrible. So I'm guessing this is what he was referring to. So sorry if you didn't enjoy that, but if you did, awesome. Alright, what about some Cambodian music?
Okay, so I have a whole playlist of Cambodian music for when I helped out with our Global Cafe a couple of months ago. Let's see if I can find one.
Sorry.
Oh,
Hello?
Spotify.
What?
Hang on, it's gotta play through an ad first. But yeah, anyways, so just I guess a little bit about Cambodia. So if you weren't aware, Cambodia went through a horrific genocide, I believe 40 or so years ago. Yeah, so they went through a genocide about 40 years ago. The ruling Khmer Rouge essentially wanted to revert back to a very agricultural economy. So a lot of the culture was wiped out. Essentially anyone who was perceived to be educated was persecuted. So it was a very difficult time in Cambodia's history, and they're still recovering from the effects of this genocide. And as a result, a lot of the art and the music and the history was kind of was lost. Yeah. So artists were persecuted because this was considered something Western, something that went against their goal of making it, pretty much just like an agricultural worker-based economy. But in recent years, there's been kind of a push to go back to these kind of traditional music that was popular before the Khmer Rouge. So I guess this is just, let's see if you can hear it. But
It says Electric Cambodia,
Yeah.
so this sounds exciting.
Let's see if it'll play. There's some very popular artists that were unfortunately lost to the Khmer Rouge, but their music has been making a comeback because the Cambodian people are trying to reclaim a lot of their culture that was lost.
It's not as Well, I want to make a shout out to my dad. He's watching me right now. I love you, Dad. Now you know what I do for fun. Now you know what I do for fun.
I don't know.
Hang out with them.
Oh yeah. This is what we do. Great.
You guys can actually hear that. I guess for comparison, I'll play something that's more current day. There's this group called the Cambodian Space Project that they have some very interesting songs. Let's see if it works.
Oh yeah.
So this is definitely more like Western.
I like this. I don't know if that's Ghanaian. We have to really talk about it.
Ghana hasn't been represented today. But I know they're super excited about their project as well.
And dance and music is a huge part of Ghanaian culture.
Yeah.
We'll look up Ghanaian music.
So
I guess we can.
I gotta come and say that is reading everything.
Okay, we'll turn it off for a minute. Okay. I don't know if you guys. I hope you guys can hear us, but we're just gonna show a slideshow of some pictures from some of our projects, last year's projects. So, for example, this is what you're seeing right now is Cambodia project. Now it's back to Rwanda project.
So the Rwanda project is unique. So it's different from the other projects. That's Ghana, but I'm talking about Rwanda. So the other projects work a lot. That's in Nepal. The other projects work with kids a lot, but the Rwanda project solely works with adults who are interested in starting their own businesses, so interested in entrepreneurial endeavors. And so the Rwanda project goes over to Rwanda and tries to promote entrepreneurship and teach entrepreneurship. And then they have been fundraising this year to give they have like a little competition in their class who can kind of come up with the best business idea, and the winner receives a money prize, I guess you could say, to go towards their business.
And the money that they grant the entrepreneur is enough for them to launch their own business. So when the Rwanda team came back, they had a few people who already started their own business. Like
I want to say it was maybe 3 or something like that.
Yes, I'm pretty sure it was 3. It was a girl that had like a restaurant, and then
cake business,
and then the clothing one. So
yeah, there was 3 people who were able to actually successfully start their business. One of them opened a clothing store in Kigali. Another one started a goat farm, and the third person used it for a cake bakery. So as you can see, it's a wide variety of different opportunities and things for people that participated in this program.
Right. So maybe we should talk a little bit about Ghana, since it hasn't been as represented. So I'm pretty sure that's in Ghana.
Yeah. So this right here is.
So the Ghana project is very similar to the Nepal project, I will say, in the way that is also very well rounded, and there's different aspects to it. The main ones are education. They go and assist the teachers in an elementary school. Not only that, they also have Compassionate Women, which is a non-profit organization that works with women who made clothes. So the group, they try to sell the clothes here in America, and all the profit goes back to them. So that gives them a little bit of independence. Wait, we got a question. These kids look so happy. I have a question. How difficult is the language barrier between the kids and the GPE members? Well, I know that in Nepal, some kids are kind of efficient, like proficient
Mm-hmm.
in English. But honestly,
Yeah, it varies greatly
Right.
between projects. So in Nepal, there's different levels of English speaking skills. So yeah, like Ori just said, some kids are more proficient. So in Nepal, the education systems, there's private schools and there's governmental schools. And private schools are the one that emphasize English in the school more. So the kids who come from private schools, which is more of the elite kids, have better English skills. But those aren't necessarily the kids we'll be working with. We'll probably be working with a lot of kids who go to the government schools who don't have as great of an English speaking background. But that's definitely one of the hurdles, but it's also kind of exciting to try to work through that language barrier and find methods of teaching that aren't so language based.
or like traditional methods. So we try to, at least in the Nepal project, we try to focus a lot on like more creative ways of teaching.
Right. Kinesthetic ways and teaching through art, things like that.
Right, exactly. So the language barrier is pretty big, but besides, like, despite that, we've had successful projects every year.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure in Ghana they speak English.
No, I think there's still a language barrier in Ghana. In Rwanda, the students generally are very proficient in English. Those are the adults and the entrepreneurs. What about Cambodia?
Cambodia, the Cambodia project focuses on children and rural village in Cambodia, village. So there definitely is the language barrier is definitely a problem. We have three different classes of students. We have the youngest, middle-aged kids, the older kids. So you know there's limitations to what you can do with the youngest group. But from my understanding, the oldest group really work with them on enhancing their proficiency. So there's a great deal more that you can work with them improving. But just to speak on trying to overcome those barriers. One thing that GPE has been doing for the past several weeks of the spring semester is we've been doing English training sessions with Dr. Elizabeth Platt, who has been amazing at trying to show us kind of what situations we might encounter, the best way to approach English teaching as a foreign language. And it's been very helpful. I don't know say for what we're going to be doing. So she really tries to take into consideration different situations that we might encounter, and it's also been very interesting to try and I know like Sam and I are native English speakers, so it's definitely different for us to try and teach someone else the language that we're pretty familiar with. So we've all kind of contributed experiences to these projects.
We got another question from Greece. So will it be more difficult in Rwanda and Cambodia or Ghana? I wouldn't say it will necessarily be more difficult in another. Like it be like to the language barrier.
So Rwanda, I think English is one of the official languages. There's other tribal languages, so it won't be as difficult in Rwanda. Between
Rwanda, they also work in the cities. Obviously, it's different rural areas. I know Cambodia. The problems that you might encounter are because of the Khmer Rouge. People who were educated just in general were persecuted. So a lot of that still stays in the culture of the people of Cambodia, in their consciousness of who they are. So the older people are kind of hesitant to learn to go to school, things like that. And things like learning another language was considered worse of a thing. So it's trying to break down that barrier that has been set in the country for many years to try and reach out to children and I guess kind of prepare the next generation for getting opportunities outside of their rural environment, in the cities like that. So I guess maybe in that sense it is a bit more difficult just because there is that background of what happened with their history. Yeah, but it's definitely not something that we can say one project is more difficult.
Right.
Comparing apples to oranges, it's not really. They are fairly different.
Yeah, and I will say that since we're working with children who are young, it's easier to communicate with them because kids are more flexible and more adaptable, so they can understand you. I don't know if I'm explaining myself and makes sense, but that's the experience that I've had. The younger
developing, so
right.
can acquire language skills more easily than adults who have already finished.
Right. So the younger you are, the easier it is for you to learn another language. So and also with children, you can communicate with them by playing and more about like facial expression. That's how they really connect. So there's something that shouldn't worry you. But thank you for asking that. Hey, we're here in the middle of our live stream, and we just had the project director of Cambodia, beautiful white dress. Miranda. Everyone. Thank you.
It's cool. I'm here with Joey before.
So if you want to share a little something about you, what made you do GP, what have you gotten from this? Sure. Also, what your role is.
So like I said, I'm Maria. I am project director of the Cambodia project. I found out about GPE my junior year here at FSU. I actually wasn't really even looking to get involved in anything. But my friend had told me about the Cambodia project was an upcoming project that had never been done before in GPE. And she knew I was interested in kids and that I loved English and education, and she knew that I loved to travel, and she thought that it'd be really great for me to get involved. So I came up to a couple meetings, applied to be a volunteer, and got accepted, and then learned more about the organization, everything that it does in Tallahassee, outside of Tallahassee. Got really close with the people in the organization and just found a home in GPE. And we decided to return again to Cambodia to lead a group. So that's what we're doing this year. Did you guys talk about the Cambodia project at all?
I talked about I guess my experiences, but you probably could say more.
What was your favorite memory or moment?
Your most memorable moment.
Most memorable moment.
Many.
What was your favorite aspect of the project then?
I do have some favorite moments I can talk about, but I can talk about some aspects too.
We'll talk about books.
Man, my favorite moment, and I had we had an interview for GP, and so Monique has heard this already.
Yeah.
But
it's in the video. Rewatch it.
Also, Echo is back.
oh, okay.
We'll pause it for a minute.
Yeah, since you're talking.
We're back. Yay! Thank you to everyone who stayed with us for those few minutes. So yeah, we were just talking about
Favorite moments.
my favorite moments while I was volunteering in Cambodia. So like we just said earlier, the Project Cambodia, we teach education or teach English at a school in a very rural area in Cambodia, and so I get really attached to the kids. We're there for 8 weeks. You get to learn their names, which are kind of hard to pronounce sometimes, but we get to learn their names, where they live. They'll point out their houses as we're riding our bikes home. We get to know what they wanted to do when they get older. What are their likes? What are their dislikes? Who they're related to in the class? What their parents do. So it's really fun. You get really close with them. And the last class we had a little party with all the kids, and throughout the whole summer they'll send us draw us little pictures and things. But the last class, they all had a special gift for us. Some of the kids made stitched together little stuffed animals, really, really thoughtful gifts, and they would give it to us, and they, would hug us and say, "Thank you, teacher, thank you so much." Some of them would cry, and just being there with all of them showed me at that moment kind of how important CHD was to me, and how important how much all those kids meant to me, and that was when I realized I really love this organization, not GPE, I mean GPE as well, but I love CHD, and I want to come back. And so that was a little eye-opening, but it meant a lot to me. That was one of my favorite moments. But just aspects of the project in general that I enjoy. I love kind of being immersed into this rural environment, which sounds kind of crazy at first because we have to ride our bikes almost an hour to get to the school in the Cambodia heat. But when you do that, you get to see parts of the community that you wouldn't see otherwise. You get to interact with people. You get to wave and say hello, and stop by to get water and kind of talk to the people. Try out the different foods that they make in front of their homes, and we'll stop by the same places sometimes, and they, kind of get to know people that you wouldn't expect to know, people that aren't even involved with the school, but that are involved in the community, and just see a little different sides. So that's one really cool aspect that I liked about the project, besides the teaching itself. The project, I got a good insight about how the government system works in Cambodia, a little bit more about Southeast Asian politics, which is something that was really foreign to me, just by talking to the director of the school. So that was a really cool thing as well, that I didn't expect to learn.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah.
It really does.
Do you want to talk about CHD and what they do?
Sure. So CHD is a school in Po Village. It's a little village outside of Tak Ao. Tak Ao is the main province of Cambodia, the largest province of Cambodia, but there's also a town inside of Tak Ao, which is the capital of the province. It's a little confusing, but right outside of Tak Ao is Po Village, and where the school is located. Soka is the director of the organization. He was born in Po Village, and became a monk, and was a monk for 15 years in order to get an education. And during his time, he learned French. A Frenchwoman taught him, and then went on and learned English, and became fluent in both of them. Spoke French and English very well, or speaks French and English very well. And he was working in Phnom Penh, and he decided that he wanted, and this is after he had stopped being a monk at this time, and he decided that he wanted to do something to help his community where he's from, Po Village. So he went back and started the school, built it up, ground up, which now offers 3 English classes for different levels for students from like ages 6 to like 12 or 13, and then also math classes and computer literacy classes. And he works one-on-one with the students as helping teach them all overall, and uses international volunteers to help with the pronunciation of English words. And so that's what we're here for. And so, yeah, so he started the school, and at first it was just a small kind of like bamboo shack almost, and now there is a concrete classroom, there's a computer room. He's working towards getting kind of more campuses, like bringing CHD to other villages, not just Po villages, but Po village with nearby villages. And so that's what hopefully we can assist him in.
Guest house.
In a guest house, because like we said earlier, we have to ride our bikes there because there's no place for us to stay in Po village. People's houses aren't big enough for them to host us, and there's no volunteer guest house right now. But probably that's on the list. So maybe in the next year there'll be a place where four-bedroom place where volunteers can stay, which would be really great for the school because it would put a lot of money towards the school, and also hopefully more volunteers as well. Yeah. Did I say that? Yeah. It's really great. It's called CHD Cambodia. I think is the website.
It's on the GPE website, global.exchange.org. Go to that, and then you click the projects tab. There's a link for each project page with just more in-depth information about the project, and you can find links like the NGO website there as well. So all sorts of sources.
Monique and our social media and relation officers in Global Exchange really hard this year to make the website. It is now. Awesome. But yeah, and I'm Miranda Harris, and you get anyone watching right now have any other questions, you're welcome to ask right now, or you can message me personally. I can try to get you some more information about GPE or CHD.
Does anyone have any questions? People have been pretty quiet recently. I don't know. Is it still? Is anyone who's watching tell us if it's on or not? I'm assuming you guys can hear us. Okay. Yeah, so I guess if you weren't here before, just so you're aware, the Livestream is part of GPE's Week of Giving, which is a week-long campaign that Global Peace Exchange is having to fundraise for our summer projects this year, as well as future endeavors. Our goal is set at $7,500 that we're trying to raise this week. So today, Monday is our kickoff and live stream day. Tomorrow we'll be featuring post from the Cambodia project team. That's us. Plus two more people. And then the following day will be the Nepal project spot. So posting some cool things. And the following day is the Rwanda project. They're also really awesome. And then the next day is the last but not least, Ghana project again. Also really awesome. Can't really say about our projects. They're all fantastic.
They're also different.
They're all.
It's really fun. fun.
It's really fun.
It's being like a
Yeah, it's
GPE.
interesting when you guys, I remember last year when you guys came back home and like comparing stories of like to deal with what and can you
the best
what was the
weather like in yeah, what was the weather like in Cambodia?
It was hot.
I'm guessing.
It was really hot. The project last year had been in Nepal. He said Nepal was actually hotter.
Why?
Yeah.
Forward to it.
But I think Cambodia, the bike ride was pretty. It was it's so funny. I actually like obviously very scared. So I went to the market like the first week there. Was searching for a hat. We all found these hats and all the Cambodians were like laughing at it. And Britt wore one of our members Britt last year wore one of those brown hats, which is actually like a Vietnamese pricing hat. So all the Cambodians were also laughing because he looked like he from Vietnam. And they're all like but so then I wore I forgot these. I thought I was from the hospital, but actually needed to wear my skin. So my members were giving me their long sleeves and they brought long pants. I had a headband that I like put against my nose and mouth to block from getting in my mouth.
Wow.
So I looked like it was my eyes, head, forehead,
Wow, that sounds pretty.
But it was fun.
Yeah, a good experience. Did you get sunburn or?
Just this party.
I guess that was after a few weeks of learning to wear long sleeves. We did get a little sunburn, but it wasn't even bad. I never paid attention to
Right.
So kids that had never seen people paid me for it. Which I thought was funny. I felt like a previous one. So whenever I would put it on my face, just be like. They would just stare with like mouth like and people everywhere would ask me, and the director of the school would be like, what are these on your arms? Like what are these?
They maybe thought that out or something.
They thought it was like a
you were like an alien.
That was really. I knew I would stand out. And it's kind of hard for these projects because like we're kind of like taught to not show off or nothing. Look at us. Which I think is very important. But I don't stand out. So I have to be very careful.
Like this
Not talk so loud, not to obnoxious words that we're used to. Try to bring myself down. Too excited.
That's because he lies.
Wait 2 weeks, then you completely until they know.
Yeah. What are you guys most excited for about Nepal? For those who haven't just tuned in, Sam and Ori are going to Nepal for Sam has been not for
I just went for a week. Yeah. So I was supposed to go last year, but as you probably know, terrible earthquake happened. And because of that, our project was canceled. It was too much liability, and all focus was just put on to earthquake relief at that point. Even the NGO we're working with called Nepal is based out of Mongolia. But the founder, leader of the NGO, he lives in Kathmandu mainly, and his family are even on the streets for almost a whole month, just evading other potential damage or danger because little earthquakes are still happening. all focus was leaking out, so it would have been in a program as well. But I did get the opportunity to go for a week, and it was awesome. I'm so excited to go back. What am I looking forward to the most?
It's a hard question.
It really is.
Especially since I haven't done the project. But I think just working with the kids. I think I'm kind of excited to see like to learn about the culture, but also learn about the culture from children's viewpoint versus the adults viewpoint, because of media and social media outlets. Like I'm friends with a few of the kids I know over there on Facebook already. So there's already this Western influence. So I'm interested to see like what the culture differences are like between those age groups. Because social media really makes the most.
No, for sure.
But also just working with the kids and hopefully making positive impacts on their lives. Even at a micro level.
Right.
Yeah. Meet is actually planning on doing a social media.
No, I haven't. But yeah. So I'm planning to conduct research while over there in Cambodia this summer. So I'm doing a research project on social media by the people in town, village, I guess, that will be living in, working in. So I really just want to get like a very in-depth perspective about how social media is used, how it differs between different professions, how social media is used to connect with people outside of the community, people with the capital or urban areas, even around the world. I know CHD and Soka, he uses social media a lot, so it's really interesting to see how other community members use these kinds of tools in their daily lives, and what that really means for them, how that impacts them, what kind of opportunities they get as a result. So that's what I'm planning to do with my research.
I'm really excited.
I'm excited. Yeah. It'll primarily interview based, but I'll also be doing just kind of like field observations. I'll just noticing how people use their phone. If we have people that friend us on Facebook as well, we can kind of see what their activities are, things like that as well. Yeah. Drop down to the person. Yeah, I don't know if one person. Just one person.
Maybe that's us.
Yeah, I don't know if it's
Because of the quality.
Yeah, but no one's been like saying that it's not working, so we don't really know.
Yeah.
Maybe they were just saying, we have 2 people.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know, the echo, I hope it hasn't been like deterring people,
Yeah.
I feel, but no one's saying that. Okay. Hi, we're back. Okay. Yeah, does anyone have any questions for us at all? We're pretty much gonna, I guess, wrap up the live stream.
Yeah.
At this point. Any questions, comments, concerns?
Not for me.
Yeah.
I'm just really excited.
So make sure you tune in to Global Peace Exchange on Facebook this whole week. We're going to be posting specific things about our projects, and if you feel inspired about what we're doing, you can make a donation, or you can also donate your post by sharing whatever.
Yeah.
We're going to be posting pictures, videos, testimonials, etc.
All sorts of cool things.
Yeah.
7,500 is the goal.
Yeah, so, and then you can just visit globalpeaceexchange.org /give, and that'll take you to the exact page where you'll see our donation goal and just more information about GPE's week of giving and why this is so important for our organization. So I guess we'll just sign off now. Thank you so much for the two of you that are still watching at this point. Thanks to everyone who asked us questions. We got some really good ones, so we got some good conversations going. But yeah, so please check us out on our Facebook page, our website, globalpeaceexchange.org, and again, if you are able to, we would sincerely appreciate a donation towards our campaign this week, and just tune in. We'll be posting stuff throughout the entire week, so yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you. This was awesome.
Bye.
We will have this back in the fall semester or the spring semester
we'll
for
be doing
sure.
that.
So,
and just if you're interested in, where this goes during the summer, again, just follow us on Facebook. We hope to be posting pictures and things like that while we're on the projects as well, if you'd like to see what we're doing. So, yeah, thank you so much for watching. Bye.
Namaste.